What is going on, Savages? The next project that we're going to look at is Zelle. We're going to probably do a whole week like we did on Swap last week. And let's see what they've been up to. All right, everybody, before I get started, I have to say something. Bitcoin Jake 09 has he created this Satoshi quest on Minecraft, and he got a lot of publicity, I guess you could say, today. He actually, this is like a little special shout out here, but he, I think he got a mention on, I didn't see it, but Crypto Zombie, I think he mentioned him, and the whole Minecraft server Satoshi quest thing, and also CoinDesk, I believe, mentioned them. Actually, I think they did a whole tweet about it. If I'm not, they might even have an article. I don't know. I haven't looked into all the different news outlets to see what was going on, but I just wanted to congratulate him. I think that that's freaking awesome. It's so cool to see some type of reward, I guess, for his labor. You know, because he's been working on that for a long time. So it's really cool to see that happening. And I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, just mention it. You know, it's good to see some type of response benefit from all of his hard work. So I think that was really cool. I just want to mention that. Congratulations, man! That's awesome. Long time follower on this channel, if I remember right. I think he was probably one of my first actual subscribers on the channel. So. At least probably in the first 100. Not that I have a lot. I'm just saying. Probably in the first 100, I would imagine he was in there. So I'd have to look back and see. So that's really neat to see that. All right, so let's take before we get started with some Zelle stuff, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the market, see what's going on over here. I haven't been doing this a lot lately. I kind of was, I changed the format up a little bit, I guess, and was just jumping right into content. But I think that I'm going to go back to at least showing what's going on in the market. I think it's a good thing to do. Let me do a refresh here real quick. And you can see that we're just slightly red. And you can see behind me, I've got the red lights on. So got that going on. And then, you know, it's kind of mixed market here. You got, you know, some up, some down. But as far as, actually, let me go over here to CoinMarketCap first, because this is important. I've said this before, and some people don't agree with the fact that oftentimes whenever you see Bitcoin dominance going down, the altcoins rise up a little bit. I think in this case there was a little bit of that, you know, because Bitcoin dominance was still up around 67, 66 last week, I believe, so it is decreasing a little bit. And you're seeing a little bit more action in some of the alts. So if you look at what we follow or what I follow on this channel, you got even Ravencoin is actually you know, pumping pretty good, up above 3 cents, which is huge for them. They stay down around the 2 cent mark for the most part. And another real super awesome thing to see is Aeon is actually doing really well. It wasn't that long ago that they were under 6 cents. I would say within a month ago they were under 6 cents. So they're up huge. We can actually find out. Let's go over here and check them out real quick. Let's see here. We'll do a month. 1 month. Yeah, see down here. Look at this. They were at 5.5 cents basically. So they've done really well here. More than 100% in a month. Actually, not even a month. Yeah, wow. Just a few weeks. So congratulations to all the holders of Aeon. That is really good news. They've been yeah, it's been pretty brutal on the Aeon side of things for quite some time. So it's good to see that turning around. So that's really good to see. And let's look at, so that's Aeon. Let's look at what else we got over here. We got Rio. Rio's down 2 cents, I believe. They're just stuck at 2 cents. We got CCX. They don't show up on here. I think their market cap is too small. It might be this little sliver right here, but whenever I click on it, nothing happens. So I don't know. It is added in here, I believe. Let's see here. How can I edit what I'm currently looking at here? I don't see how I can edit this. Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We can just go out here. We'll just go to CCX right here. So they're down around 12 cents. They've actually been doing pretty well. They go up and down, but they've been between 10 and 12 cents, so it's not too bad. And then you got Swap. These are just the ones that I follow pretty closely on the channel here. Down below 5 cents, down a little bit today. I did basically a whole week last week on Swap. I think I started on a Friday and ended on Thursday or something like that. Different content for them, not for them, but about Swap, not for them. Definitely not sponsored or anything like that. And then we got Zelle, and let's see what they're doing today. Up just a tad. Now they've had a pretty good little run here recently too. You can see this if you look at the 1 month. Yeah, they've done pretty well as well. Down right around 3 cents, and then now they're up around 5. I think they hit 5 recently, so yeah, pretty good. Looking pretty good there. Let me check the chat, see what y'all are up to. What's up, the Deadwood? Yeah, everyone, all 4 of the people watching, actually 3 because one of them's me. That's okay though. We have fun here, so that's all it's about for me anyway. All right, so let's look at what is going on with Zelle. If you're not familiar with Zelle, they're a project I've been following them for a really long time. I think it was the end of 2018 whenever I ran across it was either a random coin mining show. I meant to look back and see when it was that I discovered Zelle, but I think it was a random coin mining show. And the first thing that drew me in was their wallet, of course. They've got an awesome wallet, and they even had a really nice wallet back then, and it's only gotten better over time. And that's the Zelle Core wallet that you're kind of looking at here. Now it looks a little bit, actually it does look like this. This is pretty accurate. It looks like this on PC here. And super slick. I mean, easy to use. You can get the background in there if you want, but I don't necessarily like the background. You know, I like the blacked out. I like this look right here, but it does have a white option as well. Under settings, I believe is where that would be. I would imagine somewhere in here. Appearance, yeah, right here, light and dark. So yeah, cool stuff. It's a good wallet, and it's a multi-asset. You know, I think they have 200 plus, if I remember right, 200 plus assets in here. So it's a solid wallet. You can mine to it. They are working on a lot of integrations. They have a lot going on. But anyway, I'm kind of going down the wrong path. Not the wrong path, but I'm going down the path I didn't want to go with just general information. So I wanted to get into a little bit of news about what's going on with the project itself. As far as what's going on recently. They recently went over 2 years old. So that puts it about right. Let's see if this is 2020, so 2019. So I must have discovered them or started kind of following them probably when they first launched, but I don't remember exactly when that was. I'm trying to fix my light here. I don't know what's going on with it. Not that. There we go. All right. Yeah, so, I mean, we could look up when they actually launched, but it's really not that important. They just went over their 2-year anniversary. I don't know if that means from their initial announcement thread, like on Bitcoin Talk, or if that was, you know, when their white paper was released or what, I don't know. But it's, you know, something to note. A lot of these projects, I mean, I say this all the time on the channel. A lot of the projects that came out in 2017, 2018, I mean, they're brand new. These things are brand new, and they've had very little time to actually develop software and networks and blockchains take a long time to set up, and especially with what Zelle is doing with the Zelle nodes and all the different features that they're having, especially all the stuff that they're integrating into their wallet. I mean, things take time, and to see a project that's only 2 years old and has done as much as they have done already, pretty impressive, right? In my opinion, that's pretty impressive to see what they've done so far. All right, so that's the first thing. They just went over their 2-year anniversary, so that's kind of cool. Some other things that they've got going on is they've got the I mentioned earlier the integrations into the wallet. Now this is kind of a dummy wallet here. I don't have anything going on in here, but they do have this thing called Zelle Core Plus, and Zelle Core Plus actually allows you to interface with some exchanges, and one of them, it looks like what they've recently added was Stex. And I guess that I'm not a big trader, so I don't know all the different ins and outs of the different exchanges. But apparently this one's pretty huge because they have a lot of coins that folks trade on Stex. I do see some of the projects that I follow, even some of the smaller projects are listed on Stex. So I think that that's kind of cool. And apparently Zelle is also on there. So that is cool too. So that integration is really neat. Being able to do the trades in the wallet, I think that that's a really cool feature. And the Zelle Core Plus is only $4 a month. You can get a voucher from, if someone gives you a voucher, or you can purchase it. And I think that it's got all these different payment methods. So from within this wallet, you would have to have the amount that you needed to actually subscribe, $48 a year. I don't know if it's per year or if it's per month. I don't know how you can do it. I haven't done it yet. I think I have a voucher, but I haven't used it yet. Here we go. So we got monthly, yearly. Okay, so it looks like you can change this to monthly and then just go per month. So if you do that, it's $5 per month. So that's kind of neat. If you switch it over here, you pay for the whole year up front, you get 20% off. So a little bit of a benefit there. I think that that's pretty cool. That's a really neat feature of a wallet that they've clearly designed from scratch. This whole wallet, it's not your standard like QT wallet or anything like that. This is developed in-house, so pretty cool. The next thing is they've also added, or they're going to be adding Bit4X. So they've got 2 huge exchanges, Stex and Bit4X, that they're adding inside of Zelle Core. That's super cool. Again, along the same lines, I'm not a trader, but apparently this is a big deal. I would imagine that it is, being able to do all that kind of stuff from within the wallet. So very cool stuff going on with Zelle. And then on the mining side, apparently MiniZ version 1.5T just came out, and there were some improvements, although I did not see exactly what the improvements were for 125.4, Equihash 125.4. I think that's what, let's see here, let's click on that and see what we get. Okay, so I didn't click on that before the stream here. Yeah, it's 125.4, their Equihash 125.4 on Zelle Cache, or Zelle. They need to update that. It should just say Zelle now. They're not called Zelle Cache anymore. All right, so looks like, let's look at some improvements here. Stock settings, overclock. I don't know, is this going to show me? I don't know if this is going to show how much better it is compared to previous versions. I don't know, maybe this is just showing you. Alright, so I will have to look into this a little bit more, but I'm trying to find out if okay, so it does have, let's see. So stock, okay, so it's showing you stock, and then it's showing you what the core and memory overclocks are for the different speeds, for the different cards. So we can look at this real quick because I have a 1070 Ti, I have a 1080. So let's look at this real quick. I am mining Zell right now on Hashrate OS. I left this up here on purpose because I have a couple of rejected shares that I want to show you guys a little bit about that. Actually, we're going to hopefully kind of troubleshoot and find out why that's happening. But what I did do on this particular rig is I have overclock settings for what I pulled off of Overclock Panda's database, right? So I did a search on the database Overclock Panda to find out some the most common overclock settings for Equihash 125.4 for this card. And then because I have 2 of each, it sets up pretty nicely, because what I did was I left the other card on the overclock settings from What2Mine. So if you go to What2Mine and you just put your mouse over the card, it'll tell you down here, you know, what overclock settings they are using to, you know, generate the numbers and the calculations and everything. So I went ahead and left those on there, and that way we can compare. Now I've got to adjust them on the motherboard in order to get them in a row, like 1070 here, 1070 here, 1070 Ti here, 1070 Ti here, because they're just kind of in a weird order right now. But you can see 1070 here and here. Now, with the increased, I would consider this increased, although this has more core. This is 150 core, this is 100 core. You know, you can see that as far as hash rate goes, sols per second, it's really close, but the increased memory here and decreased core is actually consuming more. And oh yeah, that's another thing, I did increase the power to match what Overclock Panda's website was as well. So it's actually using more power than the What2Mine settings, which are right here. And you can see that right here, you know, it's basically the same. It's 0.2 different. So for all that extra wattage, you're only getting 0.2 additional sols per second. So in my opinion, you know, this is a far better overclock setting for Equihash 1254 than this one right here. You know, that's just it's not really an opinion. It's pretty clear on here that it is. So anyway, that's just one of the reasons that I left it like this. Now what I was going to do actually was I was going to change over to the Mini Z just to see if it was truly like a huge increase. But what we can do right now is actually look at, it says 1070 Ti gets 40. So if that's true, and that's stock, let's see what they got power. They got the power at 173. 1070 Ti is 40. Yeah, I would be interested. I would be very interested in finding out if that's true or not. But that's a huge amount of power. 173. I don't know, you know, the hash per watt or the sols per watt would be kind of high on that, I would imagine. But it is something I think that during this week, while we play around with Zell this week, I'm probably going to, you know, try out Mini Z and see. It doesn't seem like there's huge differences. Yeah, see, this says 0.23. And if you do the math on what I'm getting right now, it is like almost 3. So it'll be like almost 0.3. It'll be like 0.28, and this is 0.23. So I'm actually getting better than. I'm not getting as many sols, but I'm getting better sols per watt, right? So we'll come back to this. This is a little bit out of the scope of tonight's stream, just like a little news update on what's going on with Zell, but just know that we will attack this further in future streams this week. So yeah, cool stuff. I think that it'll be neat to play around with that to see what we can come up with, because I have a feeling, honestly, I have a feeling that we can do better than these numbers. Although I don't know about this. You know, changing the miner might get us close to this, but I would like to see this souls per watt up around almost 0.3 like I have now. Because if you go over here and look right now, we'll just take the 1070 Ti. 117, so we would go 36.7 divided by 118, right? I think that's right. So if we go 32.7 divided by the wattage, which is now actually down to 111, 0.29, and see on their little chart here, they're only getting 0.23. So I don't know. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with my 0.29 here. You know, I mean, if I didn't pay for electric and I was just out to gain the most rewards each day, then obviously I would just crank this up and try to just accumulate as many coins. But because I pay 11 cents per kilowatt hour, I kind of needed to pay attention to that. So 0.29 is a whole lot better than 0.23, my opinion. But that's just the way I look at things. Right or wrong, that's the way I look at it. So we will look at some more about Mini Z. It's not a miner that I'm very familiar with. I usually use Gminer. You can see that right here, what I'm actually using here. Gminer 1.96, pretty familiar with it. So I use that on most anything Equihash on this rig in particular. So it'd be kind of neat to flip over to Mini Z. All right, so enough of that. Let's talk about the next thing. Real recently, I think it was last week, January 28th. Yeah, January 28th, Crypto Windio did a interview with Miles Manley. If you're not familiar with who Miles Manley is, he's the founder and creator of Zelle. This guy right here, super young dude. I think he's like 18 now though. He's either 17 or 18. It says 17 here, but young guy. But she did an interview with him. It was pretty interesting. I think he's in Tokyo, so the time change the time difference was pretty significant. But it was a good interview, so check that out on Crypto Windio's channel here. I think she's looks like this. I think it's just Crypto. I don't know what she probably has Crypto Windio, but just Google or search for Crypto Windio on YouTube. So check that out. It was a cool interview. I think it was only about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, something like that. But lots of good information in there, especially about Zelle itself, you know, how it started, all that stuff. Is really a really cool interview. So be sure to check that out as well. So that is pretty much all I have. I think that Brandon Coin is going to go live tonight, so we will switch over there to him at 10 o'clock. That is in just about 5 minutes. Let me go over here and see if he's got a notice or anything. I never get any alerts for him, even though clearly, you know, I've got him on here. You can see that. Never get any alerts. Don't know why. But yeah, so we'll head over there at 10. Yeah, that's it. Let me check the chat, see what you guys are talking about. What's up, Nefarious, Crypto Mikkel, Chuby, what is going on, Techman TY, what's going on, Crypto Z, what? You're back in here? Haven't seen you in a while. Bitcoin Jake, what's up, man? Yeah, y'all. I don't know if you were watching at the very beginning, Bitcoin Jake, but I talked about you a little bit at the top. So check that out. Yeah, that was really cool. Had a big day for Bitcoin Jake. It's good to see. Has anybody received a update or a notification for Brandon Coin? I don't know if it's like 5 minutes. I don't know when. See, how would that work? because I try to do half an hour. Tonight it was only a few minutes, but I try to do about a half an hour or an hour notification to go live. I don't know what Brandon Coin does. He might just do it like 1 minute or something. Yeah, it was funny today. I just kept seeing things about Bitcoin Jake. Well, it wasn't, obviously it wasn't, it didn't start off as Bitcoin Jake, right? It was, this certain Minecraft server. There's new Minecraft server that has Satoshi Quest, and that was like the draw, right? But then, of course, we all know that it was Bitcoin Jake, and then you would see his name in the article and stuff. So it was really, really, really cool. Yeah, that Tech Man, that was my point. I know that he has been Bitcoin Jake has been working on this for so long, and it was just really cool to finally see some recognition for it. I think that is really cool. I don't play Minecraft, so I don't know that much about it, but apparently it's really neat. I've read about it. I've read the whole idea behind it in the articles and stuff. I read some more about it. So yeah, super cool stuff, no doubt. So Brandon Coin is live right now, so we will head over there, I guess. Okay, so he is getting notifications over there. All right, so we got about 3 minutes. I don't know if he's already live or if he's going live at 10, but nonetheless, let's do the Savage Raid and get over there and do our thing and show our support for Brandon Coin. I just noticed that he's actually up to 12.9K subscribers, so he's like almost at 13K. That's super awesome. Yeah, so yeah, show some love over there and give him some support. If you found this video helpful, my video here, this little live stream that we just did, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that I do, any of the content that I do. And let's keep the conversation going down in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about Zelle. Are you mining Zelle, or have you ever mined Zelle? What do you think about their Zelle nodes, staking, all that stuff? Let me know what's going on, what your thoughts are on Zelle. I think it's a really solid project. Also follow me on Twitter. I kind of keep you up to date, or try to keep you up to date over here with what's going on with the channel. Sometimes I'll run polls and things like that to determine what we might be covering on the show. Although lately I've just kind of been deciding on my own what we're going to cover, things that I'm interested in. I just kind of have to do that for my own peace of mind at this point. So yeah, it's interactive, over there if I do those polls anyway. And yeah, check that out as well on Twitter. So I will see you guys next time. Tomorrow night, same time, same channel, all that stuff. Stay savage, everybody.